Hello everyone, welcome to Fat 50 and Running a Marathon. It's about noon on Monday, the 25th of October. Yes, about 3.5 hours ago I did make a video, but since then I have run my 5 mile run, the first run of week 11. Week 11, as it turns out, is a complete carbon copy of week 10. It's a 5/8, 5/16 schedule. And I did the first 5 mile run today after this is my first day running after being sick. I didn't run Sunday at all, my long run. Believe me, I thought about doing a shorter run and sweating out some of it, but honestly, Sunday was the day that I felt my worst, so I didn't do that. Today is actually the day that I felt my best, and I was thinking maybe I could sweat out some of the last bit of this bug that's in me. And something that occurred to me as I was starting this run today was that I had kind of conveniently forgotten to double check and make sure that I could jog a half hour prior to training for a marathon. It says right in the non-runner's marathon trainer that I've been reading. I'll show you the book again. It's the one that I'm often referencing, but by David Whitsitt. And it states that basically that if you cannot jog for a half hour, you cannot run a marathon. Well, I did in fact jog for a half hour. When it occurred to me, naturally, was not the beginning of my run. I'd been walking for about a minute, possibly two, when I decided, hey, I need to find out if I can actually jog for a half hour. Seemed like a really good idea, something to do, when I was trying to build up a sweat for to get this bug out of my system. So I decided to start jogging, and I figured the only way that I could make absolutely certain that I had jogged for at least a half hour was to wait for the timer, the app on my belt, to announce that I had been running for 35 minutes. So at 35 minutes, I did stop jogging, which means that I jogged for over a half hour. That means that I'm capable of running a marathon. I may not, at this point, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get it in, under 6 hours. Only December 10th will know if that's capable, but at least I am physically capable of running a marathon, and that is something that I actually did need to consider because, I'm still 50 pounds overweight. I'm 50 years old. This is my first endeavor running. I don't have any 5Ks or half marathons under my belt. 5 years ago, I survived a heart attack and a quadruple bypass. These are things I have to take into consideration, and so I really needed to find out whether I was capable of jogging that half hour. I am, so that means I can do the marathon. I will admit, after the first, I'd say after 10 minutes, every 5 minutes the clicked by. After that, it was like, oh, well, maybe that's enough. Maybe that's enough. By the time I got to 20 minutes, I decided, no, damn it, I'm doing this. And so I did. I jogged for, over a half an hour. And so I know that I can do that. I know that I can do a marathon. This was actually my worst time for a 5 mile run. It took me 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 2 seconds to log 5 miles, but that's okay. I walked the entire remainder after jogging the first about half hour. So, like I said, I needed to log the time, but I wasn't trying to keep track of time today. And now I know that I can do it. I can actually run a marathon. So guys, until next time, remember, only by taking care of ourselves first are we capable of taking care of others. Thank you for joining me for the last bit here, Kitty. Thanks again for watching. Topher.